Let me share with you some of the facts. I'll just list some of the facts that go with the surrounding context, and then we'll see what else we can get. So, fact, Martha and Mary sent word to Jesus and said, "Come, Lazarus, whom you love, is sick." Fact, Jesus got the message, and he said, "This sickness is going to glorify me. It's going to glorify God the Father." He acted excited about this upcoming miracle. He said, "It's going to glorify me, and it's going to glorify the Father." Fact, Jesus, it says it plain as day, loved Martha and Mary and Lazarus. It's a fact. Fact, Jesus, when he got the word, he stayed 2 days longer. It wasn't because he didn't love them. Fact, Jesus had previously told Martha and Mary, "If you believe, you're going to see the glory of God." He was trying to get them ready for this miracle. He told them, "If you believe, you're going to see the glory of God." So he had primed them. Fact, Jesus risked being stoned, coming back to Judea to do this miracle. They were looking for him, wanted to stone him. Fact, when Jesus got there, Lazarus had been in the tomb already 4 days. Fact, when Jesus got there, it was a heavy scene. Everyone's crying. Everyone's mourning. There was no sense of expectation or hope. It was a done deal, and they were in pain. Fact, Martha comes out to Jesus and said, "Lord, if you had just been here, Lazarus wouldn't have died." And she was blaming him for being tardy. And she was upset and saying, "He's dead because of you. You should have been here." Fact, Mary comes out and says the same thing. "Lord, if you had just been here, Lazarus wouldn't be dead." She was blaming him too for being tardy and messing this all up. And so Jesus came into this scene where they're blaming him and they're all in deep grief. They have extra pain because there was no hope. And so he looked around at all of their pain and he wept. Fact, Jesus rose Lazarus. Well, first fact, he asked them to remove the stone after he's seen all their grief, all their pain, and he said, "Remove the stone." Fact, Martha starts to lecture Creator God on the biology of bodies that are decaying. And she says, "He's going to stink. What are you thinking?" Fact, Jesus says, "Did I not tell you? If you believe, you'll see the glory of God. Did I not tell you that?" Somehow that got pushed aside. Fact, Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead. We are in a relationship with God. We're in a relationship. Now, Jesus had primed them. If you believe, you're going to see the glory of God. And when he got there, there was none of that. And they had all this extra pain and grief because they thought it was a done deal and Jesus had muffed it. And they were blaming him. And he wept. I don't know if you've ever been accused by loved ones of doing something wrong or bad when you were up to something good, Be very painful. You know, Martha and Mary, they threw around some really, it sounded like faith. You know, they said, I believe you are the Son of God, you know, the Christ, the Son of God. They said that. And they said, whatever you ask of God, he'll give to you. Sounded pretty good, you know. But when Jesus said, remove the stone, all of that highfalutin sounding, it was theoretical. It wasn't practical. It was, he'll stink. You can't do this, you know. So if Jesus had been met with, oh, Lord, Lazarus died 4 days ago, but you told us if we believe, we'll see the glory of God, and we've told everyone you're coming, and there's a sense of anticipation, and I'm so glad you're here. Come, we believe. Do you think Jesus would have wept if he was met with that? We're grieving, but we think you are going to do something. That, I think, would have been a little different if the whole crowd was saying, oh, good, he's here. There's some hope. There's something that he can do. We don't know what it is. But if we believe we're going to see the glory of God, I don't think Jesus would have wept. So, let me think from these facts what we can learn now that we have a fuller picture.